Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Understanding Behavior live stream. Almost Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow. Hopefully, you got some good time with your family lined up. So glad you could be here. Tonight, we are going to go over generalization. Should be a pretty fun stream. A couple announcements before we get started. If you're in the Power Preppers group or signed up to emails, you may have just seen that we just released our newest product, the BCBA exam fluency question package. Very cool stuff in here. So let me actually pull it up for you. I'm gonna do that in a different tab over here. But it's a super awesome package where it comes with over 500 questions in here. A lot of people have been asking, like, what's the difference between the fluency questions versus the mini-mock questions? These questions, they are a lot simpler questions, but they are broken up by task lists. So yeah, let me just show you what it looks like when you get in there. So when you get in there, there's if you want to give it a free trial, you can do mixed fluency quizzes. You can do up to 3 of them of 10 questions each, and those are just pulled from all of our huge question bank. We have over 500 questions that are in this bank, and then we have them split up by section if you actually pay for the package. So you can take 10 question quizzes of any section of the task list. We have, again, it's over 500 questions total in here, so you will get like a different set of questions each time you take one of these 10 question quizzes. And then if you want to take some mixed quizzes as well, there's an option to take a 10 question mixed quiz that has about like 1 question each from each section of the task list. We've got a 25 question quiz, and then you can also do a 50 question quiz too if you're looking for a little bit more on there. Main difference between these, like, they don't have they're much simpler questions. These are more like definition based questions or like simple scenarios for you to look at. They're not as thorough as the mini-mock questions, and obviously, like, the mini-mock questions are super brutal if you've been through those. So these will be easier questions overall, but it's a nice just way to get some quick practice. If you're just like waiting in line somewhere, just like pull up a quiz up and you can get 10 questions done or whatever. So yeah, hopefully this is a really cool resource. What's also really nice is that it's only $25, so super reasonable price if you're just trying to get some cheap study resources. We try to keep everything really affordable for y'all, so I'm continuing with that trend here. Speaking about affordable mock exams, so we have our fluency package, but we will also be doing a Black Friday sale. I know a lot of people have asked about this. We're probably going to be starting it sometime tomorrow morning, and there will be no discount codes needed for that. We're going to just put all of the mock exams at their lowest price. So there will be discounts on the Beat the Beast. There will be discounts on Beat the Beast 2. There will be discounts for the mini mocks for mastery, and there will also be discounts for all of the bundles that we have. So if you want to buy the ultimate mock bundle, which comes with mini mocks and Beat the Beast, or we have the ultimate mock bundle 2, which comes with the mini mocks and Beat the Beast 2, as well as the super ultimate mock bundle that comes with both copies of Beat the Beast. In addition to the mini mock package, these will all be on sale at our best prices literally ever tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned on the shop for those. We're gonna just run this sale from tomorrow, Thursday, up until Monday, which I think is the 1st or the 2nd, something like that. So definitely take advantage of these if you want to either get some more attempts in on Beat the Beast or Beat the Beast 2, if you're looking for the mini mocks, or just want to get the whole package. Maybe we'll even like I'll just keep quiet for now. But definitely check this out. There's going to be some great deals that are going on starting tomorrow on the shop. The BCBA fluency question is not going to be part on that sale, so just buy it now because that's going to be the best price that you're going to get on this for now. All right. And then, yeah, for our giveaway today, we're actually going to give away a couple copies of the fluency questions. So, celebrate the new products with giving away some of our new products. Here's also how many questions there are for each task list item. We are hoping to add we're going to be adding we're going to be adding several more questions into section A, F, H, and I as well in the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's like so close to the holiday. I didn't think we were going to get great attendance today, but we've got a lot of people here already. So thanks for showing up. And here we go. We're talking generalization today. Are you guys ready? Yeah, let's see. It seems like a lot of people are testing next week. Thanks, Amber, for happy belated. Appreciate that. Good to see you here. Heck yeah. Anybody else testing next week? 12-7 for Shirley. 6-6-6. Yeah, Danny's testing next week. Stacy's on the 9th. Rashida somewhere in December. 7th for Laura. All right, coming up. Get it, Danny. Kill it. 12-5 for Georgia. All right. A lot of people on the 7th. Okay, Lucila as well. Julianne next Saturday. Mendoza on Monday. Natalia feeling a reschedule. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Groovy. Nice. Ashley, 34-point jump. That's huge. Hell yeah. I love to hear that. Well, cool. I'm glad you guys are still here and here to study and learn more. I know it's always good to kind of push a little bit harder as you get closer to your exam date. So I'm glad you're here and gonna hopefully kill it and get you that push that you need. Okay, well, today we are talking all things generalization. So let's hop into it. So here's our agenda for today. First, we're going to talk about what is generalization. We're going to talk about stimulus and response generalization. And then we're going to get into our, so we have a quiz for stimulus and response generalization questions as well. Then we're going to do methods for teaching generalization. And then we've got a quiz on that towards the end here as well. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Generalization pulled from the Beowulf and Risley article. So a behavior change may be said to have generality if it proves durable over time, if it appears in a wide variety of possible environments, or if it spreads to a wide variety of related behaviors. So what's kind of really nice is that they describe 3 different things here, and these are all terms that are highly related here. So we have if a behavior proves durable over time, that is going to be related to maintenance. If it appears in a wide variety of possible environments, that's going to be related to stimulus generalization. And then lastly, if it spreads to a wide variety of related behaviors, that's going to refer to response generalization. So, yeah, let's get into some additional definitions here. Let me clear those lines off the screen real quick. So stimulus generalization, this is when we're continuing to perform a master target behavior in another setting, or when the setting has been altered, or with other people. So we're looking at a behavior that's already been learned, and now it's just occurring in a wider variety of contexts. Response generalization, this is engaging in untrained responses. Usually we're looking at functionally equivalent responses to the original target behavior. So this is basically like learning new ways to do things, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into these definitions in just a sec. So first, let's get into stimulus generalization. One easy trick for remembering stimulus and response generalization is that you want to look at what is newly being generated. So when we're looking at stimulus generalization, what we're looking at is a new set of antecedent conditions are evoking a response that has already been learned or taught to the individual. So something that's already in their repertoire. So again, we see many different stimuli evoke the same response. What I really want you to focus on is that we're seeing a new stimulus evoke a response that's already learned. So it's learning a new context for a behavior that's already in their repertoire for it to occur in. Again, we're focusing on the on new stimuli, and the effects will transfer to that new stimulus. So, for example, if we have, like if I've never drank out of this soda can before, then, but I have drank out of this water bottle before, then what I might see is that the soda can now has like the same kind of evoking properties or evocative properties that the water bottle had. So it's gonna get me to still drink out of it. Danny's got a good example of stimulus generalization here. So would a child calling everyone mama be stimulus generalization? Yeah, absolutely. So we can put this easily into our chart here. We have the response is saying mama, and then we have different women that it's occurring to, or if it's just occurring to everybody, it could just be different people that it's occurring to. So again, we're seeing new antecedent context evoke a familiar response. Looks like my YouTube is being a little bit weird tonight. Hopefully it's still working for y'all, but I think we're good, but it's giving me weird messages and stuff. Yeah, nice, Danny. That's yeah, I've seen that happen a lot. Very common example for sure. Good one though. Love it, you're making that connection there. Yeah, Danielle saying her daughter calls all older women grandma. Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, Sly Cheeseburgers is asking if that's overgeneralization. And yeah, that would be a type of overgeneralization, and that still falls under the category of stimulus generalization. So essentially, like that response is occurring to a wide variety of stimuli where it shouldn't occur to, but it still is. So it's still stimulus generalization. Good, good, good. So yeah, overgeneralization is just a type of stimulus generalization. Absolutely. That's funny on your son's YouTube, Sly Cheeseburgers. Hell yeah. One more thing I want you to focus on with our stimulus generalization is that we're focusing on the antecedent stimuli. So this is not necessarily like different consequences or like different tools to do something. Usually like different tools are going to lead to different responses. Like for example, if I'm like using an air fryer to cook something versus like using a stove to cook something, those topographies look really different from each other. So those are going to be different responses, and stimulus generalization is probably not going to be relevant there. So really focus on our antecedent stimuli, and if that context still evokes that same response that's already in the repertoire. Alrighty, well, let's move into response generalization now, and then we're going to do a little quiz over these. So this is when one stimulus evokes a new response that's in the same functional response class as previously learned responses. So we have one situation is evoking a variety of different responses that are all in the same functional response class. So they all have like that same outcome from each other. So for example, if I have uncooked chicken, then that could be like my antecedent stimulus is that I have uncooked chicken, and that could evoke either like putting it in the air fryer, putting it in the oven, or it could evoke putting it, like frying it on the stove or something. So all of those would be different responses because they're different methods of getting cooked chicken, but my same antecedent condition is still there, is that I have uncooked chicken is the relevant antecedent context. So easy way to think about it is that response generalization is when we're learning a new way to accomplish something. So a different way to get the same outcome as a different response that you've already engaged in or it's already in your repertoire. And again, yeah, the trick that you really want to focus on here is looking at like how many different like antecedent contexts that do we have. If we have more different antecedent contexts and only one response, that's going to be stimulus generalization. And if we have one stimulus, so one antecedent context, and it evokes a variety of responses, that's going to be response generalization. So what you want to look at is what do we have more of, or what is being newly generated here? So if we see a new antecedent context evoking an already known response, then that's going to be stimulus generalization. if we have one antecedent context that's evoking a variety of responses, that's response generalization. So easy tip here is just look at what do we have more of. Do we have more antecedent stimuli or more responses? And it's going to be that kind of generalization given what we have there. Sometimes we have a little bit of both. So sometimes we have new antecedent context and new responses occurring, and it is possible for both stimulus and response generalization to be occurring within a single example. So watch out for that as well. Here, we're going to go over a little quiz, and within this quiz, the answers are either going to be stimulus generalization, response generalization, or both. So keep your eyes out. Let's check out our first one. We have, after learning to greet her teacher in the morning with a hello, Sarah began to greet all adults she met with a hello. So do we have stimulus or response generalization or both here? Awesome. Answers are looking good so far. I don't see any rationales yet, but I mean, like, I see a lot of good responding here. Yeah, okay, Natalia, first one with the rationale. Love to see it. Yeah, there you go, Kendall. That's perfect. Yeah, Lucila looks good. Stacy, I like where you're going. Good, 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 good. Keep it up. All right, let's check this one out. We've got stimulus generalization here. So we've got one response that we're looking at, so saying hello, and now it's occurring to a variety of new adults, so new antecedent contexts here. So again, we want to look at what is being generated. In this case, we see a new antecedent context being generated, so this is going to be stimulus generalization. Looking good. So they're going to get trickier. Let's keep going. Jake was taught to clap his hands when he is happy. Soon, he started to stomp his feet as well to express happiness. What do you guys think on this one? Also, while you're looking at your chat box, and that like button is like pretty close to the chat box. Always helps if you can just hit that real quick and get this video out to more people. Usually some fun things happen when that number gets higher too on our like counter. All right, I'm liking these responses here. Okay, yeah, Stacy on the right track. Carrie looks good. Yeah, nice, Georgia. Yeah, Michaela Butler looks good. I like that a lot. Good, yeah, nice, Donna. Jaden, that looks solid. Yeah, I'm loving how many rationales are going to appear now. We're like more than half the people providing rationales now. That's what I like to see. We killing it. We killing it. All right. Yeah, nice, Maria. All right, looking really groovy here. This one is going to be response generalization. So on the antecedent context we're looking here is that he like wants to express happiness in some way, and then we see different responses that do that. So he was clapping his hands, and now he's also stomping his feet to kind of communicate that he's happy. Awesome, looking good. When Alex learned to tie his shoelaces, he also started to tie different knots on bags without being taught. So what do we have here? Stimulus generalization, response generalization, or both? Yeah, Lydia's asking about a question of like the difference between like stimulus classes and stimulus generalization and response classes and response generalization. So stimulus classes are just like the groups, or like stimulus or response class are just groups of stimuli or so groups of responses. Generalization is specifically when we're seeing a new stimulus being, new antecedent context being developed or a new response being developed. So yeah, generalization is when something new is occurring, but a stimulus class is kind of just, it is what it is. All right, a lot of people saying both here. We have a majority of people saying both. That is a bold answer. Let's see these rationales here. Yeah, okay, Julianne, that looks good. Yeah, I like that, Georgia. Yeah, Nona looks good. Victoria, good. Yeah, nice, Danny. That looks good. Yeah, good, Lucila. Good, Ashley. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This one is going to be both stimulus and response generalization. So again, what we want to look at for each of these is what is newly being developed here. So he learned to tie his shoelaces, but now he's tying different knots. So that's a new response being generated. And he's doing it on his bag. So that's a new antecedent context. So we see both stimulus and response generalization occurring because we see a new response being developed and it occurring in a new context as well. So both of these are occurring. I thought I'd trick you with that one, but you guys nailed it. Really good. Let's check this next one. After learning to wave goodbye to his parents, Timmy started to wave goodbye to his toys when going to bed. I'm like, oh, this is just so adorable. I wrote this example. It still melts my heart. So what do we have here? Stimulus generalization, response generalization, or both? Cool, I'm liking the answers coming through here. El Bard looks good. Yeah, Danny's killing these. Olivia looks good. All right, yeah, nice, Vivian. Yeah, Sydney on the right track. Good. Yeah, these are looking great, crew. Keep it up. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really nice job here, crew. This one is going to be stimulus generalization. So we have the one behavior is waving goodbye, and it's occurring, it was occurring to his parents. That was the known context, and now it's occurring to his toys when going to bed. So that's the new context being developed. So we have stimulus generalization very clearly happening here. All right, I can't stump you guys, but we got a couple more, so we'll see. We have learning to play a melody on the piano. Lisa found that she could also play the same melody on a keyboard with ease. What do we think? Stimulus generalization or response generalization? Yeah, or both. Oh yeah, Carrie and Kendall looking pretty good. Cool, yeah, Amanda on the right track. Yeah, good, Stacy. Yeah, nice, Phaedra. Yeah, Danielle looks good. Awesome. Yeah, there you go, Michaela G. Killing it, killing it. Loving the answers, loving the rationales coming through. I can see we've got some serious studiers here. That's what we like. Good, yeah, nice, Lydia. All right. Let's check this one out. We've got stimulus generalization here. So the one response is playing the melody, and now she's doing it on, she was doing it on a piano, and then our new context is playing it on a keyboard. So that's what's available to her, but it's the same response that she's doing. She's playing the exact same melody on either. So we just have stimulus generalization here, no response generalization. Awesome. Let's check our next one. After being taught to ask for a break by handing a break card to his teacher, Michael started to ask for a break by saying, "Break, please," without the card. What do we think about this one? Yeah, so with the last one with the piano, like if she's playing the same melody, then she has to press the same keys. So the response did not change. It's just that it's occurring in a different context. If she was playing a different melody, then it would be response generalization. For sure, for sure. Keep it simple and you'll be grooving. All right, yeah, Natalia with the enthusiasm. I like it. Yeah, Ashley looks good. Deborah looks good. Cool, yeah. Amanda, like where you're going. Rashida looks good. Yeah, nice Marcy. Good Jaden. All right. Let's go ahead and review this one. We've got response generalization here. This one is not a both situation. Let's talk about it. So we have two different responses here. We have handing over a break card and we have vocally saying break. So these are we have multiple responses here. The new response is that he's saying break please. So that's what we really want to focus on. And again, what we really want to focus on for our stimuli is the antecedent context that's relevant. So like this, the same stimulus evokes this response. Actually, I'm going to flip it on you guys. What is the stimulus that evokes this response in this last example? I'm going to bonus question here, make you really think about this one. What is the stimulus that evokes both of these responses in this last example with the break card? Oh, yeah, we're a little mixed on this one. So two popular answers are wanting a break and the teacher. Which one do you think is more relevant? One is more relevant than the other. So the relevant stimulus for this one is going to be MO for break. So this might be that they're under an aversive situation, but both of the situations this situation is going to evoke either of those responses though. So there has to be some kind of MO for the break. So whether that's like they're under like an aversive situation or like they're doing a task that they don't want to do, the MO for the break is the relevant context that we want to look for here. The teacher is kind of like the operandum. So we don't have the teacher there, then there's like nobody to ask for the break to. But the thing that really evokes the asking for the break is that there's some kind of MO for that thing. So usually going to be like some kind of aversive situation. And if we look at it this way, then we can see very clearly that this is only response generalization. So we see that there's two different response forms under this same stimulus condition that evoke this response. And the break card really didn't have a whole lot to do with it. So it was really the MO for the break was the relevant stimulus rather than just like having the break card present, because if he has the break card present but he's in his like favorite activity, then he's probably not going to ask for a break. So the MO for the break is the most relevant stimulus condition that we want to look for there. Cool. All right, looking good. Are we feeling better on these? I know, a little tricky, but what I want you to look for again is like what is newly being generated. So new responses or new antecedent contexts that are being generated. And when we're looking at, especially at response generalization, it's helpful to identify like what are the stimulus and different responses occurring. Good. All right. Let's keep going. So now we're going to talk about the different types of generalization programming. Let's start with multiple exemplar training. So for each of these, what we're going to do is we're going to give a quick definition. So for multiple exemplar training, we are expanding the amount of relevant stimuli involved in training. We're going to talk about the purpose for each of these. So the purpose of multiple exemplar training is learning new relevant context for the skill to occur in. Here's a quick example. You can drink a coffee or you can drink a Red Bull to help you wake up. So this would be a multiple exemplar training where we're teaching new responses or new stimuli that you can consume that result in the same function. So to help you wake up. So for multiple exemplar, again, I really want you to focus on this word relevant. So things that are highly relevant to the skill, not just kind of like the things that don't matter as much. When we're looking at the things that don't matter as much, that is more related to training loosely. These two are very commonly mixed up. So when we're doing training loosely, what we're doing is we're expanding the amount of irrelevant stimuli that are involved in training. The purpose of this is to get the individual to adjust to small differences. So kind of like break up some of that rigidity that might be occurring with a particular skill. Here would be an example. So this would be that you order ice cream no matter the gender or the clothing of the cashier. So again, like the gender of the person who is scooping your ice cream is not very relevant to the skill of ordering your ice cream. But if we're doing training loosely, we don't want to vary that up a little bit. Let's say like somebody is used to like only ordering from Fred on Monday where he's always in the same uniform. If we were to train loosely, then we might like change up the day that we're going to get ice cream, which might also result in like changing up the person of who we're ordering the ice cream to. The skill doesn't change at all, but we're varying up that context to help break that rigidity. All right, next up we're talking about programming common stimuli. So programming common stimuli, this is when we're keeping some stimuli the same between our settings. The purpose of this is to help make transfer easier. So if we're looking at Fred, the ice cream guy, and we wanted to like initially teach like the ordering the ice cream, if we could this would be kind of ridiculous, but if we brought Fred into our training setting and then tested with Fred out in the real world with ordering ice cream, then that would help the transfer of that skill because some things are similar between the training and the testing setting. Here's a quick example of that. So if you are like a musician, if you're practicing on the same instrument that you're playing at home as you would play in the live setting, where it's like if you bring a totally different instrument to the live setting, it's like a new guitar that has like the fretboard is a little bit different, then the skill might not transfer as smoothly as it would if you use the same instrument from our practice to our live setting. Cool. All right, let's check our next few. So actually, sorry, before we do that, I just want to like really highlight the differences between these because these three especially get mixed up very easily. Multiple exemplar training, we're varying up relevant things. Training loosely, we're varying up the irrelevant things. Programming common stimuli, we are keeping things the same throughout our setting. So focus on that word common, which means like sameness throughout our different settings. All right, well, my voice is like a little tired, so why don't we do a quick giveaway break? We're going to give away a copy of the brand new, just released today, fluency question package. You know what? Why don't we give away 2 of these. So we're going to do the 2 closest numbers are going to be winners of this new package for us. So, yeah, let's do random 1 to 500. You can go ahead and put those your guesses into chat. 1 number per person. The 2 closest individuals are going to win our brand new fluency package. Let's see it. One guess per person. Oh man, we got so many people here today. Competition is tight, but we are giving away 2. Numbers between 1 and 500. Let's see them. Take another like 10, 15 seconds. All right. Let's see. We're going to make Shinobu our last person, our last entrant here. Our number is 459. Help me out, chat. Who's our winner? We need 2 closest to 459. Oh, not too many people went for the 400s today. I see Stacy 436. That's like kind of close. So that's like 23 off. Anybody closer? 459? Man, not many people guessed in the 400s today. Joyce 489, so she's like 30 off. Yeah, I think Stacy's one of our winners. What does Stacy have again? 436? Who else here? 489. That was like 30 off. So yeah, who had 489 again? Sorry. Okay, so Stacy, I believe, is one of our winners, and Joyce at 489. Do we have anybody closer? Stacy and Joyce? Is that going to be it? I think so. Actually, wait. Natalia 424. How many off is that? So that's 35 off. So Joyce is closer than that. Or yeah, sorry, Natalie. That's so yeah, not close enough. Because that would be 35 off, and Joyce is only 30 off. So it looks like Stacy and Joyce are our 2 winners. Sorry, Natalie, you're a little bit off here. So yeah, Stacy and Joyce, you guys won the new fluency package. Send me an email at understandingbehaviorofficial@gmail.com, and you will be our winners tonight. Congratulations. I said 500 the whole time. It's always 500. All right. Well, congratulations to both of you. So we have, let me get on my board real quick. Now, we have Stacy and Joyce. All right, congratulations. Okay, let's keep rocking with our types of generalization programming. Congrats to Stacy and Joyce. Okay, next one we're going to talk about is mediation. Mediation is when we're programming the natural environment to help maintain learned responses. So we talked about the Bear, Wolf, and Risley definition earlier. Generality refers to stimulus generalization, response generalization, as well as maintenance. So maintenance is the continuation of a behavior after it is initially taught. The purpose for this is to fade out the need for the performance manager. So we want to keep the behavior going without the need for the performance manager. Here are some examples. There's tons of different ways to do mediation, but you can use a to-do list to help you keep track of your tasks, or using an alarm clock to wake up, or you might switch reinforcement to come from the parents instead of from a different performance manager. So 3 different examples there, but I think all demonstrate mediation pretty well, which will help with maintenance. So that might be like an easy way to think about those 2 terms as well, as like mediation helps with maintenance. They kind of sound similar to each other too. Awesome. Next one up, we have teaching negative examples. So a couple different ways we can do this. We're either teaching what does not belong to a stimulus class, or when not to engage in a response. So like if I were to just call this like a soda pop, then people would be like, no, Nick, that's not a soda pop, that's a water bottle. And there's just water in there. So that would be an example of teaching negative examples where I'm like, this is not a soda pop. But if I show you this and be like, this is a soda pop. So when I showed you this example, that would be a teaching negative example of teaching a negative example. The purpose of this is actually less to do with generalization and more to do with discrimination. So think about like generalization is when we're expanding the amount of stimuli or responses that are occurring. When we're doing stimulus discrimination, we're narrowing the amount of stimuli that a response occurs to. So those are opposite terms in that way. Here's an example. So grandma will write you out of the will if you swear in front of her. So essentially like don't swear in front of grandma, otherwise bad things will happen. But if you're in front of your friends or if you're in front of your brothers or whatever, then you can swear in front of them and it's totally cool. All right, next one on our list here, we have indiscriminable contingencies. This word is kind of weird. It's a fancy word, indiscriminable. What it essentially means is that we make our contingencies more difficult to discriminate between or differentiate the difference between them. So what this means is that, or how to do this is we're going to make it unclear when reinforcing or punishing consequences will occur. So if we make it less clear when they're going to occur, then they're not going to be able to differentiate between those conditions as easily. The purpose of this is also a strategy for maintenance of a behavior. So you will maintain a behavior with fewer or less need for our contingencies. So yeah, Danielle is talking about like using like a variable schedule. So yeah, this could be like using switching a fixed ratio schedule to like a variable ratio schedule. Absolutely. Here's an example of that. So only occasionally take your kid out for fast food for independently unloading the dishwasher. So if we don't give it to them every time, then it'll be less clear to them when it's actually going to occur, and that's going to maintain the behavior, because if we know like our variable ratio schedules, they're actually really good at maintaining behavior at a high rate. And let's briefly talk about the reason why. So in this example here, this is actually a really cool diagram, and I promise you, like BAS, study notes, ABA, they're not going to talk to you about something this cool. So what we have here is we have an arrangement where we have a scheduled reinforcement active for 10 responses, and then we're going to put the schedule on extinction. And when we have this fixed ratio 1 schedule, what we see is that we reinforce every response for the 10 responses. And then when the behavior schedule flips to extinction, none of the responses are reinforced. So what this does is that it makes it really easy to tell when the reinforcement stops. And what that effect that has is that it causes the behavior to stop really quickly, because before all of the responses were getting reinforced, and now none of the responses are getting reinforced. So the individual learns like, okay, cool, it's not working very much, so their behavior stops really quickly. Let's compare this to a variable ratio schedule. So in this one, we have the same arrangement. The only difference is that instead of doing a fixed ratio 1 schedule, we're doing a variable ratio 2 schedule. So let's look at it. So during the variable ratio 2 schedule, we see that some of the responses are not reinforced. They're occurring, but they're not reinforced. We can see that in the red boxes. Again, we have the same kind of dealio. So after 10 responses, we turn the schedule off. And what we see here is that the behavior persists for a much longer period of time, and they engage in more responses when the schedule is put on extinction. And the reason for that is because it's harder to tell when reinforcement stopped, so the behavior lasts longer. So in other words, it's more difficult to discriminate if the reinforcement schedule is active versus inactive when we have our variable ratio schedule here, because even when it was active, there were still lots of responses that were not getting reinforced. So again, this one, really easy to tell the difference between them. So when reinforcement stops, they stop very quickly. And this one, it's more difficult for them to tell the difference between reinforcement and extinction. So when extinction occurs, it causes the behavior to maintain for a longer period of time and persist for a longer period of time as well. So that's just kind of like the why between why our indiscriminable contingencies work with our intermittent reinforcement schedules. So yeah, Danielle's asking like if this could lead to ratio strain. Absolutely. So a ratio strain is essentially like when the behavior stops. So like another way to say this is that like when we have our FR1 schedule and we put on extinction, they ratio strain really quickly. And then we see that in this one that it takes them a lot longer for the ratio strain to occur. So the empty boxes signal that the behavior did not occur to read this chart. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever thought about it that way or like pictured it in this way? I think this is really cool. Again, I don't think anybody else is going to teach in this out in the BCBA test prep world, but I think it's a really cool visualization about why these schedules work in these ways. All right. Last one we're going to go over is the general case analysis. So in our general case analysis, essentially all we're doing is we're exploring the relevant details needed to successfully program for generalization. So I always think about like general case analysis is like we're investigating the case. What do we need to do here? This differs from multiple exemplar trainings where like multiple exemplar training is teaching the different things. The general case analysis is just like investigating, like how are we going to do different things. So here's some questions that you might ask when we're trying to initially program for generalization. So who will maintain the behavior? Which exemplars should we teach? What negative teaching examples are going to be important to teach? Is there any rigidity with minor details that we need to train or train out? What might help transfer the skill across our different settings? And how do we fade out these consequences? So these are all different things that we want to think about when we're first planning for generalization and writing that plan. So again, general case analysis, we're just kind of like investigating and looking at different situations or like different variables that we need to consider to program for generalization successfully. All right, we are gonna get into our quiz now. Let's check out our first question. Natalie's speech therapist works with her across various settings and with different people to ensure she uses her new communication skills widely, also involving family and teachers in the process. What kind of generalization programming is occurring in this one? Let's see those answers and rationales in chat. All right, yeah, we're a little all over the place with this one. It just makes your rationales even that much more important. Let's see them. We got Lauren, I like where you're going. Karen, too. All right, yeah, we are all over the place on this one. Let's go ahead and check it out. Our best answer here is going to be mediation. If you went for multiple exemplar instruction here, I do see where you're going with that one as well. So essentially, like what we're doing here is that we're involving everybody in this process and people that are likely to help reinforce and keep these skills going. If you put multiple exemplar instruction here, I don't think it's a bad answer. Just the thing is that we're not necessarily like teaching like these skills to new settings. We're more like helping to maintain them over time. But I totally see where you're going there with that one. Maybe this one could use a little bit touching up. I'll have to fix that for the next time we do this. But I think if you went for either A or D, you're on the right track here. But we're going for D with mediation. All right, let's check out our next one. To encourage Angela to maintain her table manners, her parents provide praise and sometimes surprise rewards at unpredictable intervals. Let's check this one out. What do you guys think? What kind of generalization programming are we doing here? Awesome. Answers looking good. Yeah, I'm loving the rationales coming out too. Natalia, Christina looks good. Michaela B looks good. Loving it. Yeah, nice Atia. Good Donna. Yeah, nice Addie. Good to see you. Amanda on the right track. Awesome. So yeah, this one is going to be F, our indiscriminable contingencies. So key words that we want to focus on here is that she's getting surprise rewards at unpredictable intervals. So we're providing these on intermittent reinforcement schedules to make it more difficult for her to know like when the behavior is going to receive reinforcement. And also like this is saying to maintain her table manners. So if we know if it's maintenance, we're probably going to be either D or F. So that's another way we could get to that answer. Okay, let's check out our next one. A behavior analyst teaches Marcus to identify a chair by presenting various types of chairs and reinforcing correct identification as a chair. What do we think about this one? Very nice. Answers looking good. Loving the rationales. Good Ashley, Lauren, Danielle. Yeah, good Danny. Awesome Stacy. Olivia looks solid. Heck yeah. Good. Yeah, y'all are killing it. Good to see you, Carrie. Yeah, Razia, that looks good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, best answer here is going to be A, multiple exemplar instruction. So this is when we're varying up relevant examples. So we have different types of chairs. Those are all going to be relevant to identifying something as a chair. Awesome, looks good. Let's check our next one. During reading lessons, Emma is exposed to books with different font sizes, colors, and backgrounds to help her recognize words in various contexts. What do we have here? Yeah, don't skip these, Danny. They're important. I'm glad you're here learning them. Yeah, people always think about like generalization is just stimulus and response generalization, but honestly, these are just as, if not more important, because these are the strategies that are going to help promote stimulus and response generalization. It's not enough to just know what the terms are. Like, as practitioners, we need to know how to program these things. So, very important stuff. Very important stuff. All right, we've got a couple mixed answers here. Yeah, Nadia, I like that a lot. Carrie as well, looks good. Yeah, good, Natalia. Yeah, nice, Olivia. Good, 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 good. Loving the rationales. Kendall looks good. Yeah, nice, Lauren. Maria looks solid. Good. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for being here, Karen. And everybody here. Appreciate all of your company. All right, let's check this one out. This one is going to be B, training loosely. So this one is, we're varying up some of the less relevant details. So like reading white text versus black text, really not that relevant of a detail for like what words or what things like we should be saying. But the words themselves are very relevant. So in this one, we're varying up the irrelevant details, which makes this more like training loosely. All right, we've got a few more of these. Nora learns to identify a cat in books, cartoons, and even in different poses to ensure that she can generalize the concept of a cat across various representations. What kind of generalization programming is going on here? Let's see. Oh no, Julianne. I'm glad you're here though. Also, if you haven't yet, if we could throw some more likes on this video, I would super appreciate it. Thanks to everybody doing that right now. I appreciate you. Helps a ton to get these videos out there to everybody. Oh yeah, we just got a bunch. Thank you. So yeah, again, a lot of people get confused between A, B, and C here. So multiple exemplar trainings, we're teaching different examples that are relevant. Training loosely is we're varying up irrelevant details. Programming common stimuli, focus on this word common, which means sameness throughout. So we're keeping stimuli the same from setting to setting. I don't see a ton of people getting the right answer here. Ooh, Amanda's on it. Bold one here. All right, let's go ahead and review this one. I know a lot of people just go for like reducing down, like which one haven't we talked about yet? This one is A, multiple exemplar instruction. Let's go over why. So we have the same behavior of teaching like what is a cat, and we're doing it with different examples of cats. So that's the multiple exemplar training, is that we're varying up the examples of cats to teach this concept of a cat. Remember, programming common stimuli is keeping things the same throughout our settings. So tricky stuff there. Tricky. Oh, wow. We just got our like counter up a ton. We might have to do another giveaway soon. All right, let's keep going. We'll finish these up, and then we'll do one more fluency question pack giveaway towards the end. All right, let's keep going. While preparing for Tara's treatment plan, Heather asks many questions about the different environments where target behaviors occur, availability of parents, what resources are available at the home, and more. What do we got here? I know, I've always got tricks up my sleeves. Actually, not my sleeves. I don't wear sleeves. I'm so funny. Ha 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 ha. Nobody else thinks I'm funny? Cool. That's fine. All right, answers looking good. I'm liking the answers. Yeah, Donna looks great. Michaela B looks good. Rashida looks good. Yeah, Christina looks good. Yeah, Sarah B looks good. Olivia on the right track. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I hate Thanksgiving. It's like my least favorite holiday. So it's just like celebrating genocide. My family lives like 1,000 miles away, and I hate turkey. It's the worst meat. So I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be putting up the Black Friday sale, and I'm actually gonna be really stoked about it. So that's about it. I'm gonna like exercise too, because I'm trying to like not get fat, so I'm just gonna like make money and get healthy. I think that's a great way to celebrate Thanksgiving. All right, looking good. Yeah, if you're doing turkey trot, I think that's great. Yeah, if you do a Thanksgiving that has like one year we did, me and my friends, we did like chicken parmesan for Thanksgiving. That was bomb. If you're doing like steaks for Thanksgiving, that's bomb. Ooh, Mexican, that's great. Way better than turkey. Turkey sucks. Yeah, deviled eggs. I am a big fan of some deviled eggs. Pecan pie is really good. Barbecue, heck yeah. Ham is okay. It's like steak. My best friend, his family always does like stone claw crabs for Thanksgiving. I'm like, that's actually pretty bomb. Alcohol. I'm not drinking right now. Alcohol is stupid, in my opinion. Worst drug. There's so many better. I don't know what am I saying. Let's keep going. This one is going to be G, our general case analysis. So general case analysis is when we are investigating all the things that we need to do for our programming for generalization. So that's exactly what's going on here. We're just asking about like what details are going to be relevant to programming for generalization. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's check out number 3 here. While teaching Thomas to differentiate which items should go into the recycling bin, his instructor explicitly points out non-recyclable items as well. Ooh, some pozole and some tamales. That sounds good. Yum, yum, yum. There's like a really authentic pozole place around me. Hey, Shantina, I like that. Sounds non-traditional, but sounds groovy. I'm a very non-traditional kind of guy, so. Oh yeah, Mendoza's got the homemade salsa. I haven't made some salsa in a while, but I do love some homemade salsa. I I make like a really good mango habanero salsa, but it only turns out right like half the time. I feel like the mangoes have to be perfect for it. And I'm like in Colorado, they like don't have mangoes. They're like good mangoes around here. Yeah, people studying and working with me tomorrow, you're the real ones for sure. But I'm not doing a judge. Have fun with your family. Eat a bunch of food. I'm gonna be working lighter tomorrow, so I know Colorado is the best state. We just got a snowstorm today too. The mountains just got like 20 inches of snow, fresh pow, ready to shred. I just got my first ski day in on my birthday, so definitely gonna be getting some more days on the slopes soon. I know, so hyped. I know, 20 inches of snow into these mountains. Oh, it's so good. And I live in Denver too, so like there's like not much snow in Denver, and then like the mountains get shit on, so I just get the best of both worlds. It's the best. Oh yeah, Danielle in Montana. Yeah, I've skied Big Sky a few. I did a trip over there a couple of years ago. Had a blast. All right, this one is going to be teaching negative examples. So examples that are not going to be relevant to there. And again, that kind of helps more with our stimulus discrimination more than our generalization, but equally as important. All right, I think this is our last one here. Liam's teacher incorporates items commonly found in most supermarkets when teaching him shopping skills to ensure that he can apply these skills in any store that he visits. Do I wear a coat with sleeves? No, only sleeveless coats. No, I'm just kidding. I do have real coats. Oh, nice. Courtney, your dad used to play for the Broncos? I don't know sports that well, but who's your dad? That's cool. Nice. Sarah's done some bungee jumping in Colorado. I haven't done bungee jumping. That sounds crazy. Sounds super fun, though. Oh, shit. That's cool, Courtney. I know. I love snow, too. I'm born and raised in Michigan, so like their snow sucks because it just gets all gray and gross. But Colorado snow is perfect because it's always like white and beautiful, especially with the mountains. And then Denver gets like 300 days of sun, so like we don't get like the gray yucky snow. Like it just melts in like 2 days, and then it comes back all like white and fluffy again. So it's really the best state. Yeah, Michigan sucks. I'd get out. Sorry, Amanda. Yeah, the brown gross snow. Nobody wants that. All right, cool. Looks like you guys are getting this one down now. Oh, Amanda, it's highly worth it. Only way you're going to crush that is getting out there, forcing yourself through it, and it's totally worth it. I'd recommend. Yellow snow, my dog likes it. All right, let's check this one out. We've got C, programming common stimuli. So again, what we see here is that we see things that are transferring from the training setting to our natural environment, or bringing things from the natural environment to our training setting to help transfer of those skills a little bit more easily. So that's programming for common stimuli. We're keeping things common or the sameness throughout. So again, really focus on that word common means like sameness throughout our different settings for our generalization programming here. All right, cool. Well, again, we are going to do Black Friday sale starting tomorrow on the shop. So I should have that up before like noon or so in my time, Mountain Time. So keep an eye out for that. By the time you're done with Thanksgiving dinner, the sale will be live. So check that out. We are going to go ahead and do one more giveaway of our fluency question packs. Yeah, let me pull that up. We're going to do, again, random 1 to 500 for our super awesome, very new fluency question pack. Also, if you haven't seen, Beat the Beast 2 is out and live. It's been out for almost a week now. And I think we worked out all the kinks. So it should be good to go. Perfect for you now. If you bought the bundle recently, like, it's still a really good price that you got. Like, the discounts are going to be some, but like, we already have our stuff at such good prices. It's not like we're like getting like 50% off of these, but there will be some nice discounts for sure. Especially for the bundles, you'll get some pretty decent savings on that. But if you just bought like the mocks earlier this week or the last like week or two, like, don't fret. You still got a really good deal. The mocks are very reasonably priced, especially compared to some of the other things. I meant to talk about the app too. I'm really sorry that I thought we could get the app out faster, but apparently there's like really long approval processes to get things on the App Store and the Google Play Store that were not on my radar. So we are about 30 days away from the app. I'm hoping by the end of the year that is going to be live, but we do have the Fluency Question Pack, which was the big release that was going to come with the app. And these are still on Learn Worlds, and honestly, Learn Worlds is still a very it's very mobile friendly. So if you just go into it on your browser, so if you're on Google Chrome or Safari or whatever, it's still going to work out pretty well. But unfortunately, the app is about 30 days off. Tutoring does not go on sale. Like the tutors get most of the money for their sessions. Like, I don't really make any money off of the tutoring. So those don't go on sale. Maybe if they wanted to do a sale, they could, but probably not. We don't currently have any group tutoring. Or actually, we do have tutoring with a buddy available. So yeah, if you want to do tutoring with a buddy, that is an option on the shop as well. Both Molly and Crystal offer that, but we don't do like group tutoring sessions. So it's just like one buddy or nothing. Yeah, to show you guys the fluency questions real quick before I pull this up. So yeah, here's what the fluency questions look like. So you can try 3 10-question quizzes absolutely for free. If you just want to like get a feel for what the questions are like. And then they're broken down by task list section. So this will pull 10 random questions from our large question bank. And then you can also do mixed question quizzes. So you can do a 10-question mixed quiz, 25-question mixed quiz, or a 50-question mixed quiz. And if you pull up this little ebook, this shows you like some of the details of that are going on here. Here's how many questions that we have for each section in the banks, and then we have more questions that are going to be on the way in the next couple weeks for you, for A, F, H, and I, but the rest of them are good to go. All right, All right. Let's go ahead and pull our number. We're just giving away one of these. Whoever is closest. 165 is our number. Kendall 169. Oh, Danny also 169. Let's see. Anybody closer than that? Oh wait, Karen Morrison on the dot here had 165. Kendall and Danny, I'm sorry, you guys were so close. So close, but Karen had it on the nose here. Congratulations to Karen. So Karen, send me an email, understandingbehaviorofficial@gmail.com. It's very rare we get somebody who gets it right on the nose, so that's pretty impressive. So close, Danny. I'm sorry. But yeah, Karen, congratulations. You are the winner tonight. Let me get your name on my board. All right, Karen Morrison, send me an email after this, and we'll hook you up with your free fluency question package. Congratulations. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Again, hold up for Black Friday sale. It's gonna come out sometime early tomorrow. So by tomorrow afternoon, our sales should be active, ready to go. If you're in the Power Preppers group, I'll post it in there as well. When those are all live, we'll probably send an email out too. Yeah, if you want to read about the fluency package, just go into the description here, and it tells you a lot about like the differences between these and the mini mocks as well. So go check that out. But overall, like the fluency questions are a lot simpler, and they're not going to give you as thorough feedback compared to the mini mocks, but they're still really awesome. And yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for coming. The fluency package is just $25. This is not going to go on sale tomorrow, so you can purchase this tonight and keep at ease that you're getting the best price. No, I'm not doing group tutoring, Razia. But thank you guys so much for coming tonight and all of your awesome participation. Have a lovely holiday, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Yeah, mini mocks, the Beat the Beast mocks and the mini mocks will go on sale tomorrow. So if you're thinking about buying those tonight, I would probably hold off till tomorrow because you're going to get a little bit better price. Same thing with bundles are also going to go on sale tomorrow. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening and catch you next week. Take care. Bye.